Kia ora folks, today's question is, are mics from GlobalMediaPro good? And I have three mics here to look at. One is from many years ago. It's a condenser mic I picked up maybe 2009. I feel like it was a long time ago, maybe 2012. Many years ago. It was only $60, $65 with free shipping. Then in the middle we've got one of their room condenser mics that I picked up last year, I think. And then on the far side it's an onboard shotgun mic style mic, which they're normally about $30, and they're on special on Trade Me last week, so I picked up one of those as well. So currently I'm running the two condenser mics into a camera that has phantom power supplied, so just using the onboard preamps in the camera, which are okay. They're not bad preamps in this camera. It's a Panasonic ENG kind of electronic news gathering camera from quite a long time ago. School won it in a competition. And I'm monitoring them in my headphones. They sound pretty good. I think both of these mics have a pretty good warm enough response. If you get up close with the regular condenser, you can get a nice kind of voiceover type sound. It does have a 10 dB pad and a bass roll-off switch on it as well. When you're up nice and close, it's pretty full sounding. It's got a nice sort of crispy top end. It's not too sibilant, and it sounds pretty darn good, and it's still going pretty strong after quite a few years. The only thing about it is that the XLR port on the bottom is a little bit fussy about what cables it likes. It has to have a nice solid connection. So with a typical cable, it's pretty much okay. Doesn't need to make any noise, but you occasionally get a cable that works with some other mics that doesn't work with this one. It kind of crackles, doesn't quite make a full connection. Don't use cheap cables might be the answer there, but those cables do work with some other mics, so it's it's working really well. I really like it, but it's not. It's a bit fussy about what cables you want to use with it. For the room mic, it's advertised as being a condenser room mic. It's an omnidirectional mic as opposed to the cardioid over here. The reason I got it is because it's quite little, and I think would be suitable for hanging over a stage as a recording mic to pick up stage sound. It's not directional, but it's little, it's lightweight, it's inexpensive, and it seems to perform pretty well. And I got two of them, so I could have one on each side of the stage. Our stage, particularly at the college, has a lot of depth. Sometimes I set up the staging with quite a lot forward and back movement, so I felt like an Omni mic hanging from the roof wouldn't be a terrible option. Obviously a cardioid would be good too, but getting the mic further away from the audience I think is going to be the most important part, and closer to the people on the stage. I don't have an example of that because I haven't done it yet, but that is what that mic is. So that's the room condenser, that's the cardioid condenser mic, and lastly we've got over here is a wee shotgun mic on top of a camera, so the picture quality is going to change in a sec because I'm just going to lazily do this handheld. I could have grabbed a second tripod, but I'm in a bit of a time pressure, so we'll see a change in picture quality shortly. I'm just going to leave the camera settings on auto in terms of the audio, just so we can get a little comparison. So it looks like this, and let's jump to, it's not currently plugged in, we'll plug it in a sec. So okay, so this is with the camera's onboard mic. This is what it sounds like at no adjustments to the audio, just regular onboard camera mic. I'm now going to plug in the mic without the plus 10 dB boost. Right, so that's the mic without a 10 dB boost engaged at no enhancement or boost from the camera. The mic's sort of pointing at my forehead because of where it sits up above the lens. If I pointed it right at my mouth, it'd be more like that, but that's a weird framing for a shot. So that's without the plus 10 dB. Let's have the plus 10 dB on, so that sounds. And that is now one arm length away at plus 10 dB. Switches have been engaged on the side of the microphone. It also has a high pass or a low cut switch as well, a bass roll off, which I could give a try. That's the last switch, the bass roll off switch switched on. You might notice there's actually a different time of day. I reshot this bit because I had a camera setting wrong, and I wanted to be fair to the mic and not have it set wonky. So hopefully this has been a more fair test of the GlobalMediaPro little shotgun mic. I think it's called an M104 possibly. Currently with all the switches engaged. That's without the bass roll-off. And then that's without the plus 10 dB. I'll just demonstrate. I'll point the camera away from me and keep talking at the same volume, just so you get the polar pattern. So that's at a 90-degree angle at about a foot away, and then I'll turn it around so I'm behind the mic now and talking into the back of the mic from probably about a foot away from the front of the microphone. That's how that sounds. GlobalMediaPro. Are they good? Yeah, I think so. They sell some cool stuff. Nice communications, fast shipping, and I think particularly the condenser mics sound pretty good and are inexpensive. They're just the ones not sold anymore, but these are still available, and they sound pretty decent. And obviously I'm sitting quite close to them, which maybe is favouring them getting the best possible sound, but they work well, and I would not be... Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how they work. And this little guy here is just a solid little chonker. It's small. Well, small, very simple Omni mic, and I think it does a good job, and I would be very happy to use a couple of these. So that's GlobalMediaPro. I have enjoyed their stuff.